So very recently, James Charles has been under fire yet again after Keemstar broke the news that he had been sending inappropriate messages with yet another underage fan. I wasn't aware of this, but back in July of 2020, James had apparently shared explicit messages with a fan who was only 14, but had lied and told James that he was 18. The community gave him a pass for this, but I can't shake the feeling that the same would not have happened if this was a straight male influencer with an underage female. I mean, we saw them get Call Me Carson out of here for talking to a 17-year-old girl when he was 19. Not that I'm trying to defend his actions either, I just think the double standards are a bit ironic. Regardless, history has once again repeated itself as another 16-year-old fan has come out and said James sent him inappropriate messages via Snapchat. This is the guy right here who took to TikTok with the allegations that James was attempting to groom him. He explains that last week James Charles added him back on Snapchat and started sending him messages. From his point of view, he felt that these messages very quickly got naughty from James's part, as that James was apparently pleasuring himself to these text messages, asking the fan for nudes. Now, the kid on TikTok also said that James started sending him inappropriate pictures, which made him very uncomfortable. He says that James then asked him what his age was and that he explicitly told him he was only 16. Keep in mind, James Charles is 21 years old, and the kid alleges that even after this information was made known, James still pressed him for dirty pictures and shirtless FaceTime calls, which he denied him access to. Keep in mind that before all of this, he says that James was his idol and that he was really just looking to talk to him from a fan to influence her perspective, nothing romantic. So that's his side of the story. James, on the other hand, released a public statement that I will now read. There's a video going around about me on TikTok and Twitter of a guy calling me a groomer, and I want to address it right away. The accusation that I have groomed this person is completely false. Last week I came across someone on my Instagram Explore page, saw he followed me, and added him on Snapchat. The next morning I woke up to several snaps from this person being excited I added him back, saying he loved me, and also lewd photos of himself in the shower. I asked him how old he was right away, and he told me he was 18, so I started flirting back. In the excitement of meeting someone I thought could be potentially great, I didn't ask him for a copy of his ID or passport. It's now clear based on the video he uploaded that he was taking photos of me with another device and had an ulterior motive from the beginning. Which, let me stop it right there and just say, this guy James is already trying to play the victim. He's already trying to set himself up like the other guy was trying to set him up. And to me, that's just some absolute bullshit. Stop deflecting what actually happened. Okay, the bottom line is, you were irresponsible. And there's also no proof of the kid lying and telling him he was 18, by the way, so I guess we're just gonna have to believe James's word. Either way, playing the victim here is a bad look. Later in the day, he said a few things that made me question the validity of his original age answer, and when I asked him to confirm his age once again, he admitted he was 16. I told him I was really uncomfortable and apologized for flirting, but he insisted on continuing talking, saying it could be our little secret. He's a fan of mine and would never tell anyone. I told him that I wasn't okay with this. He started getting upset, and at this point, I unfriended him. We haven't spoken since. I'm not victim blaming or victimizing myself either. Yes, you are. Simply sharing what happened, and what happened was not okay. After false allegations like this in the past, I would never knowingly engage with anyone underage and put my life on the line for a few Snapchats. Because of situations like this, instead of taking someone's word for it, I will now ask to see the ID or passport of every guy I have a conversation with. Look, whether he knew the kid was 16 or not, the bottom line is, at the end of the day, James Charles is an absolute idiot for even getting himself wrapped up in these types of situations. Is that how lonely this fucker is that he has to chat with fans every single day on Snapchat? He should know a lot better than to just start sending out raunchy photos to someone he doesn't even know. He's one of the most famous people on the internet, and the fact that people are defending this behavior is ridiculous. And seeing him sit here and play the victim, it honestly just makes me sick. The thing is that James should be responsible enough with his power to not abuse it in this way. Even if the kid was of age, I still think it's a weirdo thing to do to try and use your power to hook up with a fan. His behavior is reckless and disgusting, and I'm telling you, if he was anyone else doing this, his career would be over. I get messages like this from my fans on a much smaller scale, and even the ones who seem of age, I either don't write back or I say thank you for the support and I keep it moving. I mean, don't get me wrong, I have some good conversations with fans, but never about anything like this, and I don't see why someone would think this is okay and he should be publicly condemned for this. But either way, I want to know what you guys think down below in the comment section. As always, I do want to thank you guys for watching and thank you guys for subscribing. You can keep up with me on my social medias. That's at JAMARI Speaks on both Twitter and Instagram. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching and subscribing today. And it's been your boy, the Tan Superman. And I'm out. Peace.